Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A young woman who works as an elf and has a penchant for making bad decisions meets a man who begins to help her turn her life around. Emilia Clarke stars as Kate, and she works as an elf in a year-round Christmas store. Now, she's not an actual elf. I mean, she just dresses up with the hat and the costume and the pointy-toed boots. So before you're thinking this is kind of like some animated weird type of movie or it's some odd fantasy type thing, it's not. It's just your regular romantic comedy set in England with a holiday theme. Now, Emilia Clarke is wonderful in this. I mean, she is emotive, she is funny, she is sweet, she's a joy to watch on the screen. She brings a lot of charm to the story, even though her character is deeply flawed. Henry Golding is the charming Tom, and he's the one that Kate meets who just brings out the best in her. They have a lot of good chemistry together on screen. I mean, they just work really well together. They play off each other. It's really convincing just in their time that we see them interacting. Michelle Yeoh is Santa, and well, she's not really Santa, but that's the name she goes by because she is the owner of the Christmas store. And she has this motherly charm to her with kind of an edge. I mean, she's not all nice, just hugs and kisses, but she is fun, and you can see like her heart and how much she cares for Emilia Clarke and just how she pours into that character's life. Emma Thompson, who also shares some of the screenwriting credit for the movie, plays Kate's mom. And she has some really great lines in the film. Now, I don't know if that's because as part of the screenwriter, you can write those in or whatever, but she really works. I mean, she's a lot of fun. She's playing a Yugoslav immigrant to England because her and the entire family had to escape from former Yugoslavia when war broke out. So Emma Thompson is not playing her usual self. She has this thicker accent to it and sometimes hard to understand, but still a lot of fun, and like I said, she gets some really good lines. As to be expected, there is a lot of humor in this romantic comedy. Even though some of it can be biting at times, I think it's pretty well balanced, that even though there's some bite to some of the comments, overall it's softened and it's well-rounded, and so you don't leave it feeling like, oh, it was just kind of a bitter comedy versus a romantic comedy that had a little bit of an edge to it. Now, if you've seen the trailer or if you've seen any of the movie posters, they tout the music from George Michael and Wham. Well, so if you are a George Michael fan or a Wham fan, then you'll enjoy this because his songs are sprinkled throughout. If you're not a George Michael or Wham fan, it's okay. They're not a prominent role in the film. They're just kind of there as the soundtrack, and just, it fits really well. It doesn't seem very odd and out of place. At times I was worried that this may not end well, or that it may be more melancholy than fun. Just that lightheartedness to it that I was afraid it was going to be missing. Fortunately, it does end well. I mean, it ends kind of on a positive note. You don't leave the film feeling just down. And so that makes it a pretty decent entry into the holiday watching category. That being said, I will watch this every so often, especially around the holidays, because I do feel that it is a good entry into it. Is it the best entry? No. There are still a lot of other holiday films that reach up higher, but the chemistry with Emilia Clarke and Henry Golding is part of the charm of this, and it works really well, and just the overall story too. But Emilia Clarke, hands down, is the star of the film. I mean, she's the one that seals the deal, that really makes this a joy to watch. There's a dinner scene that happens with Kate and her family, and that's part of the biting that I was talking about, where some of the comments are like, ooh, ouch. But at the same time, there are some laugh out loud funny parts in that small scene as well. And I liked it. That was one of the standout parts in the film for me. Last Christmas is cute, funny, entertaining, and possibly unexpected. I think it's a feel-good movie that you can enjoy both in the theater and at home. There's no sex, nudity, or violence, but there is profanity. I give Last Christmas 4 out of 5 couches. So what's your favorite holiday movie? That might be a tough one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like, Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.